Hey ladies! I'm back to do a makeup tutorial for you guys. So today I'm just kind of cleaning the house and doing all of that fun, boring stuff before Australia Day tomorrow. So it's going to be a pretty chill makeup tutorial, chit chat with you guys. As you can see, get a bit of a different background going on here. I've actually moved house at the moment, so Joel and I are staying in the granny flat at my parents' house. We just renovated it, so we're staying here. We've moved back from Queensland, so we're just staying here until we find a little house to buy for ourselves, which is super exciting. So I've just primed the skin using our pore and wrinkle minimizing primer called Silk. Absolutely love this primer. It does leave the skin quite tacky. Well, not like super tacky, but a little bit tacky, so you know that your foundation's really going to stick on. Hasn't got any silicone in it, which is awesome, because I found that when I was using silicone based primers, my makeup would tend to slide off, and that's not what you want. And if you can hear a like screechy noise in the background, that's Joel welding and like grinding up a cattle crate for my parents. So because we're in the granny flat and it's like in the shed, the actual shed is like right behind this little thin wall, so you can hear everything, which is super annoying, but it'll be right, we'll get through it. And then I'm just going to go in and prime my lips with a little bit of lip balm. Just make sure they're nice and hydrated. Okay, so let's go in with some foundation. And I'm going to go in with the Make Sense foundation in the original formula. And I'm going to go in with the shade Dewy, and I just pump one pump straight onto the back of the lid. And then I'll grab a brush. Today I'm going to be using the Morphe M439 brush. I absolutely love this brush. I bought this because I'm obsessed with Jaclyn Hill on YouTube, and this is actually her Ride or Die foundation brush, and I went out and I purchased it, and guys, it is amazing. So good. And then I'm just going to pat the foundation into the skin. I prefer to pat it on rather than buffing straight away. It just allows the foundation to really sink in, and it just goes where you want it to a lot more, I find. Before using this brush, I was using the Sigma flat kabuki brush, which is this one. You see this one's a bit more of a dome shape, whereas this one's flat, and I think that's why this one works so much better for me, at least. I'm really loving this brush. Either that or I'll go in with my Real Technique sponge sometimes too. Kind of just depends how I'm feeling, you know, switch it up as you go. So I'm just going to blend that all in. Yeah, so a little life update. Joel and I decided to get married, so I am engaged. Super exciting. So we've actually decided to move back closer to our family so that we can start a little family. And so at the moment we are just living in my parents' granny flat. We've just renovated that while we look for some property to buy, and the idea is to put a shed on it and live in the shed, and then as we have the money and the time, we would build our own house. So that's the plan so far. As we all know, life doesn't always go to plan. And I might just grab a little bit more foundation and blend it down my neck. Just down there. Because I always find that I'm always touching my neck and at the bottom of my chin. So I always end up going like a different colour. Maybe I'll much. Or is that just my use? I think that's all blended in. So it's kind of more of a, I would say, medium coverage, our foundation. It's definitely buildable, so if you like more of a full coverage foundation, you can definitely go in with a second layer where you want to build it up to a full coverage foundation. I've never really been a full coverage foundation kind of gal, so this works really well for me because I can build it up where I want it and I can also have more of a sheer coverage when I want it to, which is super awesome. And talking about building up the coverage, if you pop on our tinted moisturiser underneath, this contains our green concealer and also pigments. So if you put the tinted moisturiser on first and then your foundation over top, it makes a full coverage finish. So that's just another little helpful tip there. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in and conceal these dark circles. I don't know if they're showing up on camera, but they are not that great. So I go in and conceal my dark circles / highlight my face using 3 products, which I alternate depending on how I feel that day. So I can either go in with our light concealer, our Shadow Sense, and I use the shade Whisper Pink mixed with Candlelight. Or the other option is to use a foundation in a lighter shade. So today I'm just going to go in with, I might go in with the Shadow Sense actually. So I'm going to go in and I use the Candlelight, which has a peach undertone, which is extremely helpful when you're trying to cancel out your dark circles. And I'm just going to go in a triangle shape, that kind of triangle, underneath my eyes, and then a little bit of Whisper Pink over the top to highlight the area. And then I'm just blending that all in. Oh, look how fast that blends. Like, boom, done. So good. And to blend that in, I just use a Real Techniques contour brush. I love it because it's really, really small. I also use this brush to set underneath my eyes with powder when I want to. And I'm just going to go in and do the other eye. I can't remember running out of this, which is super sad. Oh, here we go. These last so long, guys. I've had these since I very first signed up, which was October last year. Year before. Last year? No, year before. So I had them for, over a year. Yeah. So they last so long, and they're super duper pigmented, so you only need the smallest amount. They're so awesome. I love them. And the best part about these too is that they contain our Settingplex Complex, which is our anti-aging technology. So it's got active ingredients that are going to be on your skin all day to protect it from the aging process, and that is a big tick for all of us, I would say. And then I'm going to go in and do my chin, the bridge of my nose. And you have probably about a 30-second leeway to work with these before they set in place. And then they are completely smudge-proof, fudge-proof, waterproof. So I just like to work in a small area at a time. That way I'm getting them before they set, and I'm placing them exactly where I want them and blending them before they are completely smudge proof and bud proof. Do I have my ring light turned up way too high? I don't know. I've just got these new studio lights for Christmas. My Joel's sister and her husband got me some softbox lighting and backdrop stands for Christmas, which is super awesome, and this is the first time I had a chance to play with it. So I'm not 100% sure if the lighting is too bright in here or if it's the brightness on my monitor. I'm just not 100% sure, but we'll see how this goes, and we can adjust it from there. Let's have a look at it on my computer. And then I'm also going to go in and highlight the center of my forehead. Now, when you're doing your makeup, you're going to be wanting to highlight these areas. So you want to highlight under your eyes, your chin, the bridge of your nose, and the center of your forehead. And then you're going to want to contour the outside of your face and underneath your cheekbones. And what this does is it looks really bright on my monitor, but I'm just really not sure. I don't know. Yeah, so what this does is it brings forward these areas, pulls them forward in your face, and then you're contouring these areas here, and that's going to bring them back, so it brings a lot of structure into the face, and it'll bring out your cheekbones, suck in underneath your cheekbones, shorten your forehead, and pronounce the center. And that's what we want, apparently. That's what everyone's doing anyway, so I keep up with the times. May as well do it too. Okay, so then I'm going to go in and I'm going to bronze the face. And I'm going to use our bronze blush scents. This little bad boy here. And I'm just going to pop that onto the back of my foundation lid, because that seems to be my mixing palette lately. And then I'm grabbing my Real Techniques buffing brush, just tapping that all the way through. It's even nice and even to it. And then I'm just going to tap it to that little C shape along with the edge of my hair like that. And up into the hairline up here. I'm going to do more so you can see it's really nice bronzed glow. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but I don't mind that because it does make the skin look like it has a very healthy glow about it. So I just once again added it through the top of my foundation lid, and then I'm tapping it all over the brush, making sure it's evenly distributed. This is just the way that I do it. Some of you guys go in and just put a couple dots on their face. This is just the way that I prefer to do it, so that's the way that I'm going to show you today. And just blending that up into the hairline, up the top, and down around my ears. I want your ears to be another colour. So I'm just going to blend it all in. Lovely, lovely. And I might even just pop some down my neck, just to bronze down there, because we all like to be bronzed goddesses. No one wants to be pasty white and clammy. We all want to be bronzed and beautiful. Isn't that the Australian way? We like try and make ourselves as dark as possible. Anyway, so then I'm just going to pop some underneath my chin and down my neck, just to bronze up down there too, because why not? Okie dokie. Oh, I've got a hair itching my arm. There we go. Okie dokie. So then I'm going to go in and I'm going to contour, and I'm going to use Shadow Sense in the shade Mocha Java to contour. It's just absolutely stunning. Why won't you focus, camera? Anyway, absolutely stunning, cool toned brown. Perfect for contouring. So contouring, you want to put a shadow just underneath your cheekbones, just there. And so I'm just going to roll a bit onto the back of my foundation lid, so just that much there. As you can see, that's hardly any, but that is going to be more than enough. And then I'm going to tap 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 it all over the exact same brush, because who likes washing brushes? I don't think anyone does. Okay, and then I'm just going to buff it underneath that cheekbone just there. And just up into the temple. And then whatever's left, I'm just going to pop underneath that jawline there. Okay, you can see how it really sucks in the face here and really defines that cheekbone rather than this side here. And all you did was popped a little bit of brown there, and then you've got, bam, cheekbones. Freaking crazy. So I'm just going to pop a little bit more on there, like so, and do the exact same thing on the other side. Wait, we'll bits out of the way. I have so many little baby hairs next to my ears. It's crazy. Like, they just never seem to grow. I don't know what it is. But I just seem to get baby hairs galore. I can't ever. It's just nuts. Okie dokie. So now that we have contoured out our cheekbones and made ourselves nice and bronzed and glowy. Woo. Okay. So what do I want to do now? Yeah. Okay, so I think I might give myself some, actually I might set all of that down. Okay, so I'm going to grab our translucent powder, and it usually does not come in a container like this. So the container that it usually comes in, I don't have one on hand. is like a tall skinny container, and I just buy these little loose powder compacts off of eBay, and I pop them in there just so that it is way easier to use. So I'm just going to grab the same brush that we blended out under our eyes, the eyeshadow, Shadow Sense, and I'm just going to grab a little bit on my brush, and I'm just going to set underneath my eyes, even though it's really not necessary because I've got the Shadow Sense under there. It's a force of habit, man. I just do it naturally. And then I'm going to grab my fluffy brush, which is this New by Nature brush, which I've had since I started wearing makeup. Like, it's even got like this weird cowlick in the middle, like I need a new powder brush. But what can you do? And then I'm just going to grab a bit and on my forehead. Because I'm a greasy chicken, like I have the oiliest skin. Apparently that's what's going to keep me youthful, so thumbs up to that. And I'm just going to set it off. Because if I don't, it'll look good for probably an hour and a half, and then my natural oils really start to come through. But whereas if I set it, I could get all day. It's fucking it's fantastic. Fantastic. So this is also a mattifying powder, so it absorbs the oil throughout the day, and I've found that it is the best powder I've ever used. I used to use the Rimmel Stay Matte powder. That used to be my holy grail powder until the Senegence powder. This is the bomb diggity. If you're a greasy girl and you need to keep your oil at bay all day, this is the power. This is the powder for you. It's gonna be so good. Okay. So that I've done that, I'm gonna go in and I am going to bronze up the face with a bit of powder. This is just our bronze dust powder. It is shimmery. Like I said before, I do like a shimmery powder because it does give quite a nice natural glow to the face. So I just pop a little bit of that on my brush. Tap off that excess. And then just go over all of the places that we bronzed. Just with a really light hand. So I just want like a really natural glow. Beautiful. Awesome. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to go in with is my brows, and I'm going to be using our Brow Sense in the shade Dark, and it's awesome because it's got a spoolie on one end, and then the other end is the brow liquid, I suppose you'd call it. Yeah, it's a liquid, it's not really a gel. It's got this beautiful little brush that you can really get into all the fine lines with. Super, super awesome. So I'm just going to speed through my brows. Everyone does fills in their brows differently, so it's a personal thing. Like it's completely up to you how you want to fill in your brows, but it's kind of how I do it, just really quick on a day-to-day basis. Okay, and then I just kind of let it dry a little bit. And then the best thing about this product is if you get a little bit heavy-handed with it, you can like thin it out with the spoolie afterwards. And I pretty much tend to get heavy-handed with my like inner parts nearly every day, because I really haven't mastered my brows yet, and it's a tricky thing to master. So every day's a learning curve. So then I just go in and brush the colour through. Add a little lump in that front bit, and then I just brush it out, and it's beautiful. There we go, got brow skin. Looking good. Okay, so I'm just going to go in and to my eyes, and I'm just going to do a really simple look today because I'm doing like house cleaning, so that's really not that much. So I'm going to be going in with Copper Rose, which is this beautiful orange. It's one of my absolute favourite colours in our Senegence range actually. Unfortunately they have discontinued this colour. I have absolutely no idea why, because it is the best colour ever. I'm just going to pop that into my crease. I'm hoping that they'll bring a colour like this back, or that they will bring back Copper Rose, because it is my fave. It's an absolute dream. And I am blending this in with a Morphe M139 brush. So what I'm doing is I'm just grabbing a little bit of the Shadow Sense from the wand onto the brush, and then taking it onto the eye and blending it out. Because Shadow Sense is super pigmented, that's why I go in and grab a little bit off the wand, and then I can build it up as I like it, because you don't want to go in too fast. That is a mistake that I made when I first got Shadow Sense, because no one told me, and it was sad. And as we all know, the key to an amazing eyeshadow look is to blend, blend, blend. Okay, so then I'm going to go in with a little bit of Mocha Java over the top. Just in the crease. Again, using the exact same brush. I'm just putting that a little bit further up into the crease. And just dragging that down, connecting it with the lower lash line. This is pretty much a go-to eyeshadow look for me. I like to keep a lot of coppers around my eyes, because my eyes are a greeny blue, and that is what makes green blue eyes pop the most. So I do try to tend to keep more of an orange copper shade as my transition shade or a base for my eyeshadow, just to really make my eye colour stand out. And I think I might go in. Yes. Okay. I might just go in with Garnet Chalky Brown. Just with the exact same brush. I'm just going to out half of the lid. And the crease. Only half lines. On this side. Like, look how much pigment that is, and I just literally touched the brush on that wand. And get rid of some over here, I think. Because I think that's a little bit too much. Blend that out. On here. Oh. And then I'm going to go in with Whisper Pink. I'm going to put that in my inner corners. That's a bit how you go on at the moment. Now it's going to put that and across. Then I'm also going to take the Whisper Pink and I'm going to pop it as my brow bone highlight. And the brush that I use for that is this double-ended Morphe brush, and it is an M156. Absolutely love this brush for doing inner corner highlight. And then I'm just going to use this end right here to smudge those colours back onto the lower lash line, just so it all blends together. So I'm grabbing the Copper Rose to start off with, and I'm just going to smudge that down here. curly brush. Lovely. Eyelash in my eyeball. Okay, you could totally go on with liner and lashes, but I don't really wear lashes that often, and I only really wear liner when I'm going out. So then I'm just going to go in with my, I've got an eyelash in my eye. I think it's good. So I'm going to go in with mascara, and I'm going to go in with the Synergence Lash Sense and Under Sense. So this is your fiber mascara, like a fiber under layer, I don't know what you call it. And then your typical mascara, and I'm just using the shade Brown. Oh, I dropped it. Okay, back. So I'm just going in with the shade Brown in my mascara. So let's fast forward and pop this on. Okay, so mascara is all done. My eyes are finally not naked again. Okay, and it's time for the lips, and I'm just going to clean and clean my lips and pick a lip sense colour. So I have to everything to have so many colours here to choose from. Okay, I'm going to go with something maybe that pink to match this. Go in with, go in with Goddess, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to shake, shake, shake. As we all know, we're going to shake up the pigment in our lip sense before we apply, and then I'm going to wipe off all of the excess of my wand, because we want to go in with 3 super thin layers starting from one direction. Now I go from outer corner to outer corner, and then from outer corner to inner, and then outer corner to inner. But you do it however you like, but you only swipe in one direction. Otherwise, if you start going back and forth, you'll start to pull the lip colour off. Keeping your lips nice and tight and open while applying. Let's fast forward and I'll see you on the other side. So you're going to wait for it to dry. Sorry, I've got something stuck on my face. Wait for it to dry. And it's only a couple of seconds. And then you choose the gloss that you want to put over top. And today I might go let's go a gold glitter gloss. Now that's nice and dry. Now it will be sticky until you put your gloss on, so that's very important. Now, but our glosses are made out of shea butter, so they are super duper hydrating. Look at that sparkle. Ooh. And once your gloss is on, it's super safe to rub your lips together. Amazing. Check this out, guys. Didn't even transfer. How crazy is that? The only thing that will transfer is your gloss, and you just reapply that all day as much as you want whenever your lips are feeling a bit dry. Pop some gloss on, and there we go. That's finished look, guys. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoyed my little chit chat video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!